Hello, Joel. It's good to talk to you again, man.
Been a while. Nice to
I
see
know
you.
I almost brought out my rolled gold pretzels for this, but I'm trying to watch my carbs, so
Well, I'm always making an exception for rolled gold.
you still got it. It's great. Uh,
Yes.
y- this was fun. I watched this and I wanted to know, since Jennifer Grey stars in this with you, do you think that's why they gave Johnny Cage that luxurious Swayze mullet?
Well, I would think so. And yes, it was a tribute to Dirty Dancing, and the I just wish we had the spinning scene where he lifts her up and spins her around. But yeah, no, his my the hair that's the hair I dreamt of still to this day. And
It's beautiful.
yeah, I would. It's almost your hair is pretty amazing too.
No, no, you and I think have very
We
similar
talked
hair
about
like this. It's
like yours is natural, mine's transplanted.
Oh, well, you didn't have to tell me that. I didn't know, but it's still impressive. It took very
It,
well. So
I like pointing it out just because as a comedian, I just admit everything.
fair enough. Fair enough. Now you actually get to act with the late great Gilbert Gottfried in this. Speaking of
Yeah.
comedians, were you able to perform together, or did you film your parts separately?
We all filmed our parts separately, as so many of these things do. And so, no, I didn't get to be in a room with him, but talk about a master, one of the greatest, stand-ups of all time, one of the most unique voices of all time. And yeah, no, obviously he died way too soon. Not that I have a timer on people, but yeah, that was shocking that he
Right.
passed away. Yeah, it was like when Bob Saget passed. I was like, what? Or Norm
Yeah,
McDonald.
him and Bob and Norm all like back to back really, man, hit me hard too. I feel you.
We
So,
lost a lot of comedy with those. Yeah, with those guys passing on. So, I mean, boy, I watch endless Instagram stories and TikTok videos of like they get sent to me all the time, and they're like Norm on his show, man. Oh my gosh,
Norm might be the funniest person who ever lived, to be honest. Um,
extraordinary. And he has cut through. Like I know, my teenagers know who he is. And that, when something like that kind of cuts through, especially comedy, it's really shows you.
right.
Yeah.
Now I didn't mean to bring the mood down.
Not at all. No,
But we love those guys. Now this is your third time as Johnny Cage, but as a prequel, did you approach the character any differently than you had in the previous animated films?
I was like, I'm going to do a lot more yelling this time, a lot more sounding of fighting, like, ugh, ugh. Uh, I was like, how could I make him even more pompous? So, yeah, no, it was, I mean, I love the movies because they are, they're for adults or for young adults. They're not kids movies. And so I think the way they look is beautiful. And then they allow us to kind of say whatever. And there's cursing and the violence is really over the top in the best way. And so that's, yeah, it really, that's the best. Like when the game first came out in the 90s, it was, revolutionary. And then this world was created. So when I got the call on the first one to play Johnny Cage, I was like, I did a Lucy sketch on trying to, say yes. So I was so, yeah, honored. So I couldn't believe it. Yeah, if you, my brother-in-law keeps calling. I'm going to turn that down and go back to the Zoom meeting. So here we go. Sorry, whoa, there we go. You're back. So anyway, that was a very long answer to say I was really thrilled.
Now, I do want to ask you, it was announced a couple of months ago that Carl Urban would be playing Johnny in the live action movie. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on what you think about Carl Urban taking on the role for the movies.
Well, I mean, he's one of the better actors around. And then my sons and I watch The Boys religiously. And so, yeah, I mean, he's perfect. So, yeah, I think he was nominated for an Emmy for The Boys, I'm pretty sure. And so it's perfect casting.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if he's as handsome as you are. I'm not saying that either, just because it's you and I right
He's
here
way
together.
more.
No, you're not giving yourself enough credit. Not with that hair now.
Like now that it's there, yeah, that's true. He's yeah. Well, I guarantee he'll be spectacular. His hair is going to look a lot different. It will be blondish. So yeah, and he's already pretty big. So I mean, he's a big guy. So I think he's just a little bit of. I'm sure he'll just do a few, curls and be fine.
The real question is, can he do the splits? I mean, that's what I think you really need to do to be able to play Johnny Cage.
Right. Because if I tried to do the splits, hospitalization would follow and months of rehab. So, I'm assuming he can dance. I'm just assuming, because all these, British, Australian, New Zealand actors seem to be extremely talented in many different ways. Whereas I'm pretty good at, like looking at cars online, and I'm really good at bidding on vintage SUVs and then not getting it. So anyway, yeah, he'll be great.
Well, since it's October, what are the odds that you're going to dress up as Johnny Cage for Halloween?
Ooh, boy, if Warner Brothers wants to send me, I was going to go as a Husky because my University of Washington Huskies are playing so well. But that's good. Yeah, that's good. But maybe, maybe I'll go with Scorpion just to mix it up.
Yeah, really throw everybody off. No, I don't know. Maybe you should do somebody. You should go with Sonya Blade. You should do that.
Okay,
that would kill. Do it.
I like being able to scream, "Get over here!" And
speaking of Scorpion, I do want to ask last question. When you play Mortal Kombat, who's your go-to character?
Oh, well, I will say in the 90s it was Scorpion, because I got good at flinging that thing and getting them to come over here. And I got really good at that. Now I like to believe that I don't know all of them yet, but I think Sub-Zero is my go-to right now.
Sub-Zero's been my go-to since I was a kid. It pisses people off so much when I freeze them and they can't do anything about it. It's just a joy to watch. Yeah.
And it's such a good game. I mean, talk about inspiration. That game, when it came out, looked so much better than all the other games and had such personality. And I just got really demoralized when like an 8-year-old would come into the arcade and I'd play them and they would just smoke me. That's the only time I was like, oh, I thought I was good at this game. And then I'm not, but my kids are 1,000 times better, of course.
That's awesome. Yeah, same here. We actually have a cabinet down in our garage and my kid smokes me all the time. Joel, It's such a pleasure to get to talk to you again, man. I really enjoyed it. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I hope you have the best day ever.
All right. I hope you have the best day, and grab some pretzels, my friend.